Hi guys, Stuart, Al, Jenko and Jerry here for Outdoor Basics, and today I'm going to give my kind of 5-year usage review of the Aku slopes. If you look back through our videos a good few years ago, I think it only says it was like 2 years ago, but it wasn't. It was like nearer 5 years ago. I done an initial thoughts review of my Aku Pilgrims and the kind of changeover from, initial thoughts review of my Aku slopes and changeover for my Pilgrims. Well, I've used them for 4 or 5-ish years, and I've used them heavily. I've done everything from booted runs, weighted runs, walking up and down Ben Nevis, out bushcrafting 2 times a week. I've really used them, and I've used them in all weathers. And I must say, and I said it at the time, initially they were the most comfortable pair of boots I had ever worn, and that still stands today. I have owned Loas, Slopes, Scarpas, Oslos, Salomons, other Aku boots. I've had Aku Pilgrims, and for me the Aku Slope stands head and shoulders above them all for comfort, fit and durability. I'm not going to go over too much. I'll do a brief kind of talk about the boot. It's a Gore-Tex boot. It's a kind of leather and fabric cross. It's got the Air 8000 mesh. It's got a Vibram sole. Really comfortable. A feature I really liked was this good high tongue. The tongue doesn't taper off down the boot. Outstanding boot. As you can see, I've just went and bought my second pair. Did a few things different with these boots, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But I've went straight back to them, Aku Slopes, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. And for me, these were like slippers again for the moment I put them on. But I did one thing that made them even more comfortable, and I'll talk about that in a second. So, cons for these boots. The main con for me was this, which was the laces that came with it. I wasn't overly impressed with the laces that came with it. But as I've always done, I've done it in the military, and I kind of have always done it. I changed all my laces out for 550 paracord because it's rot proof. It was just good stuff. It was just far better than this. But what I did on these boots differently was I changed it out for 550 survival cord, and I did the same thing on these. I'm going to do another video. The next video in the line will be 550 paracord laces and why. But that was the main thing that I wasn't a fan of, was the laces. Next con, and I wouldn't say it was a con, I would say it was a failing on my behalf, and it was just general wear and tear. If you look here and here, the boots have kind of dried out a bit and cracked there. But that was just me, to be honest. I would come back, brush them off and throw them down and forget about them. I never done anything really to look after them. And they've kind of cracked there. And the rubber came off a wee bit here in the toe rand. However, it did nothing to compromise the boot at all. The Gore-Tex sock within was completely fine. It done zero to affect the performance of the boot. It was more the aesthetic or the look of the boot. But the internal Gore-Tex sock was not compromised at all. The sole wore incredibly well, considering the amount of running I done in these boots during the obvious, where we all were hidden in for two years. I kind of get heavily into booted running and running with rucksacks and stuff, just to kind of keep my mind active. And I done loads in these boots, and the sole, a good solid Vibram sole, held up incredibly well. So overall, 4.5, 5 years worth of use of these boots with pretty much zero care for the boot. They held up exceptionally well, and I'll still wear them for running. I'll still wear these ones for running because they are genuinely like running in a pair of slippers. They are so comfortable. I'll still run in these boots. I just maybe won't wear them up the woods as much, but I will run in them. So yeah, that was the only 2 cons, the laces and that it dried out there. So I'm going to take responsibility for that drying out. If you look at these boots, the new boots, you'll see they're kind of, I don't know, they maybe have like a waxy appearance. What I've did was I get the Aku treatment cream. I'll maybe have a link to it. I think I got it off Amazon. It was just like an Aku boot care cream, and I've covered all the boots It comes with like a sponge, and I just got it all over the entire boot, on both boots. Whenever I go back now, I just brush the boot off and put another layer of the cream on, and it actually softened the boots even more, and they were so comfortable. It was unbelievable, and they feel a lot more supple than my boots ever did. So again, I think the main con, which was where it, and that was after nearly 4 years, it started to dry out. It took a long time. That failing was my fault. However, I've addressed that issue and sorted that out. So yeah, for me, 5-term kind of long-term use review, I suppose. AcuSlope, it says it all that I went straight out and bought another pair. A few of the guys have actually bought them. Martin from Budget Bushcraft took my advice and went and got a pair. He absolutely loves his pair also, and a couple of the other guys I know have went and got them. So yeah, for me, AcuSlopes, I think they were released in 1985, and I personally think they're even better than the Pilgrim. You can get them in colours for the lads that are still serving in the British Forces. I think you can get them in certain colours that you'd get away with with a new MTP rig, and if you can, I would recommend them over even the Pilgrim. Absolutely outstanding, and obviously it's far superior because you're not issued it. If it's issued, it's crap. Everybody knows that. So yeah, AcuSlopes, really good boot. Highly rate them. And next I'll do a wee video on 550 paracord laces. As always, guys, I've been Stuart, he's been Aaron, he's been Jerry, he's been Jenko. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good sounding stuff. See you later.